Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of American Truck Simulator. I'm SoCal Thero, and this is going to be the first episode and start for our American Truck Simulator series that I'm going to be placing on my YouTube channel. I haven't decided a schedule yet for these. Depending on if I get much feedback from it, it's going to really dictate the schedule. Because mostly I'm going to use this game to talk about like just general things and that are going on in the world at the time that I record, and then also answer questions that people may ask me about myself. If you look at my Discord, you'll see that obviously there's some rules to it, and the contacts in the email as well for people who contact me via email. Obviously I won't talk about religion or politics just because it's a touchy, they're both touchy subjects. You can think of one idea and then the other side doesn't like it, and vice versa. So I'd rather just keep that out of the discussions on the channel here. So I'll just talk about, I mean, not to sound too cliche and boring, but I'll talk about myself. But like I said, I'll answer some questions that I've gotten already while we're trucking along here. Um, just to give you an idea of what we're doing, this is a brand new career for my game. As you can see here, my name is Thero up here. This is not at all what I look like, but that's just what I went with. My preferred truck is a Peterbilt. So like I said, this is brand new. We have no money. We haven't bought a truck yet. We haven't done anything yet. This is not the first time I played this game. I have another profile, which I may switch over to, depending on if I can get the name change or not. But that one is far more advanced. I own my trucking company. I own, I think, about 10 or 15 trucks, and I pretty much have maxed out the game to where I just get to drive around and enjoy doing whatever I want to do as far as truck jobs are concerned. So with this one though, I may play a lot off camera if I do continue on this career, just to get us advanced a little bit more, so you guys aren't sitting here waiting and waiting, and then one day I finally buy a truck and go from there. To give you an idea on the setup, I'm using a Logitech G27 wheel and the pedals that come with it as well. I am driving an automatic. Not saying I don't know how to drive a stick shift. It's just driving a 18-wheeler stick shift's pretty hard. And as we go along, maybe I'll try to get a little bit more practice in under it and see if I can do it. And if I can successfully, then I'll probably start trying to drive stick shift. As you see here, our company's new, Thero Logistics. That's just a generic one I always like to use. We have only $1,500 to start with. We are on our first job. I skipped the tutorial because obviously, like I said, I already know how to play this game. The cargo that we're going to be hauling is some curtains. We are going to base our trucking job site out of San Diego, California, and we are taking a job from San Diego, California to Los Angeles, California. We have 7 hours and 31 minutes to do it in, and if we complete the job without any issue, our income will be $2,388. Where I actually live in real life is in between these two, so, and obviously I can't select that, so I just had to pick basically whichever of the two I wanted to do. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna exit out. As you can see, we got the game up here. I don't need the mirrors on the screen. It's something I prefer not to do. It's been a while since I played, so I'm just kind of going through all my controls here. Okay, that's hazards. Oh man, I need to put my I have mods in on my other one. Like, that horn is terrible. That does not sound like a legit trucker horn at all. But we'll try to get that corrected here as well. We have a full tank of gas, but since it's not our truck, we're not going to worry about gas. And as you can see, we were already hooked up here, so let's see. Yeah, I need to fix that because hear the airlines coming out at all. I don't have any like fancy eye monitoring, eye tracking software to where it'll like move me from mirror to mirror here. So I'm gonna have to just go with using the keyboard for that, and we'll pull that off. I'll try not to rely on the navigation being up there. Trying to, like I said, I'm trying to remember all the controls here. I think the mirrors, yeah, I definitely want to do some movement of the mirrors here. Good one. Side one, I'm not too worried about. The out there. Small right one, we'll move down because I like to see the lines on the ground. That's of course a habit from a previous job I used to work at. Real life. There. We'll go with this seat adjustment. This looks good to me. So yeah, we're gonna get out here and start trucking. Let's see. We don't really have to worry about gas too much. We're gonna change. Actually, maybe we should keep that up. Nah, we'll just keep the speed up. I prefer the Peterbilt, just out of the fact that the information display there gives you the option for your speed. So I'm gonna keep that on. And when we go to purchase our first truck, it'll probably be a Peterbilt. On my other career, if we decide not to continue this one and just hop over to my other one, I have my original Peterbilt truck. That is this model right here. And it has, I want to say, 150,000 miles on it. It's the one truck I drove pretty much throughout the entire game to get to where it's at. I do have a couple other trucks that I drive as well, but just one that stuck with me basically. So with all that being said, we're gonna get out here and we're gonna start driving our truck here. Oh, it's thinking that I got a stick shift, I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, finally pulling out. I hope I got the controls. This episode I'll probably be fiddling with the controls a lot here. Out here on the road. Like I said, we already got our load, so we're going to be heading out onto the freeway here and heading up to Los Angeles from San Diego. I'm going to just start by saying right now, it's weird to play this game on camera because all the times I played before, I never played it on camera, so it's kind of new to me here. Drifting a little bit. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, this is going to be a series on the channel. I don't have a scheduled lineup of when I'm going to be releasing content because, to be honest, I don't know how much I'm going to get out of it. I want to use it to kind of talk about personal things, kind of talk about myself. Oh, why are the brakes not working? There they go. Okay, and yeah, just things like that. So I don't know how long I can go talking about myself or how many questions I'm going to get to where it's going to just get stagnant and boring. So that's why I don't have a schedule set yet for it. But yeah, like I said, I'm coming up to yellow. And the brake is really touchy. I'm going to have to go through this again. I got to just basically copy my other profile. But yeah, I bought this game. Actually, I didn't buy this game, to be honest. It was, I got lucky. I was watching a Twitch user, and I was a big fan of the Euro Truck Simulator game, but I couldn't justify buying a game and driving in a world that I'm not used to. I'm not used to driving on the right-hand side of the road. I'm not used to the laws and traffic over in Europe to where I kind of felt like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do. Whoa, what are you guys doing over there? That I want to purchase this game. And then I heard they were making an American Truck Simulator when I followed Jeff and Bay Area Bugs' channels for their LSPDFR, and then of course they do some American Truck Simulator as well and play some other games as well. So when I heard they were making an American Truck Simulator and it was finally being released, I guess there was a lot of conflict on when it was going to get released. I looked into it and I was like, man, this looks really cool. This is kind of what I wanted to get out of this game is something that I was familiar with. So, oh man, this is always the dangerous part. I gotta force myself over. Yep, there we go. So I took a look at this game, and I still wasn't confident when it came out. And then when it came out, I was like, at the time I didn't have the PC I have right now that I built for myself. It was kind of just, it was an old Gateway FX PC. For anybody that wants to Google that or knows what that is, it's the gaming PC that I bought back in 2007. And then when I was looking at this game at the time, I want to say it was either 2015 or 2016. And man, this is really twitchy. I'll probably get used to this and then not want to change it afterwards. But yeah, I bought this game, or I was watching this game on Twitch channels, and every now and then there was two people I followed on Twitch, and whenever they broadcast, I try to make an effort to come online and see what they were doing and how it was going. And on the two channels, every day they were giving away a copy of the game, and I was like, oh wow, that's really cool, that's really nice of them. And then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, it's a $20 game too on top of that. That's not really a bad price. Maybe I could look into getting that game. Oh wow, we're speeding. Yep, there's the speeding violation right there. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, we're already off to a great start here. But yeah, so I was watching the game and I was like, you know, that'd be really fun to do. It'd be something different. I come from a world where I'm used to playing, like, all my buddies love playing first-person shooters, so like Battlefields, Call of Duty, stuff like that. And I thought it'd be nice to do something different, change it up a little bit. So I was watching these two Twitch channels, and every now and then they'd have like a random drawing to see who would win. And on one of them, I got lucky one night, and sure enough, my name came up in the drawing, and I won a copy of the game. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. And then I realized, but I don't have the PC that's going to be capable to play this thing. And then at the time too, I wanted to really experience it. I didn't have a Logitech wheel yet. I had a keyboard, which I'll show you the keyboard. You probably saw me doing it now. See, that's just, yeah, that's just terrible. I cannot stand that. I don't know how people drive on this game with the keyboard, but as I'm trying to with the wheel. But yeah, I wish I remember the guy's channel, and I always wanted to go back to his channel after I got enough money and say, hey, here's a donation from me. Thank you for the copy of the game, and I would really appreciate it if you did another giveaway for somebody else to basically pay him back and then pass on the luck to somebody else and see if they get into the game. But yeah, I got the copy of this game, and then I was like, okay, I need to probably start building a PC. I ended up in 2 weeks building my PC, and which was a mistake because also my credit card started to feel it. And then I found a Logitech wheel online on eBay that I won and purchased, and it came with the shift knob and the pedals, and it looked like it was used a little bit, but I mean, I'm using it right now. It's in really good condition for being a used one. And yeah, I was like, let's see what this game's all about. And while I was driving the game, I was like, you know, this is pretty fun. It's like, I mean, obviously it's not going to be to scale and accurate for the cities. I mean, when you're really driving from San Diego to Los Angeles, I've made that drive before. It is terrible. It takes a long time, and mostly would be stuck in traffic the whole time. So yeah, I was like, let's give it a shot. Let's see what it's all about. And I really fell in love with the game. It's a game that I could come back to if I ever get bored of just like other games that I'm playing at the time, because I'm like, yeah, you just pick up, well, I guess not a controller, just pick up the wheel and start driving. Oh, I'm gonna miss my exit here if I keep rambling on. Start slowing down for it too. And then yeah, I was like, you know what? That'd be a good game to put on the channel as well, just to get its name out there and maybe get some other users that may not know about it. Although I think most of my audience is just a kind of a continuation of Jeff and Bay Area Bug, so I'm sure most of the audience knows what this game's all about already. And yeah, I thought it'd be good to have some variety on the channel to get this out there. Oh, don't you dare do that. Do not pull out on me, buddy. And, yeah, so here we are now, trucking along. And like I said, on camera for the first time, it's kind of weird. When I'm playing off camera, when I first got this game, it was not good. It was just like you saw. I got a speeding ticket after speeding ticket. I don't know, Los Angeles discovered. And I would drive pretty recklessly, and I try to take advantage of it. Man, these brakes are really weird. Take a lot to get used to here. Oh yeah, we're in Los Angeles now. Wrong one. I meant to get it. There we go. So we're in Los Angeles now. Drop off point's just up the road here. And we'll be there in no time. A good little short run. Once this light changes for us. Go out back here. Nope. Make it through the intersection. Cool. When we go to drop this trailer off, another thing that I'm used to just doing because it's off camera is I do it in third person when I do trailer drops. I know that's not realistic. You're like, well, how could you see that in real life? You don't see trucks in third person. And I get that, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm not the best at truck driving, and I don't do it in real life, so I need assists like that. So I'm sorry in advance if I have to do it, because I don't want to take up your guys' time and bore you to death sitting here just trying to park a trailer for 20 minutes. And then on top of that too, to be fair, American Truck Simulator doesn't really give you an accurate, realistic size of a loading dock in some cases. And I'll go into that a little bit later on in the next episode here that come up with the next run. But yeah, I kind of take it for what it is. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to be playing it as ultra realistic as viewers probably want me to, being in first person only, using my mirrors, this and that. But I just want to play it just because I like the game, and I'm just here to have fun, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy the fun as well. Wow, you know, just looking at this game with no mods in it too, it just really shows my appreciation for the creators of the mods for it. Like, I'm looking at the sky and some of the details here, and I'm just like, man, compared to my other profile, that you can tell all the little differences that make the game so much better just with what you see when you're playing it as just a regular game with no mods in it or anything done to it, which is obviously what I'm doing right now, because I had to set up my wheel and my pedals and some of my controls again to make it a little bit easier. And like I said, we still got to go through it a little bit more, because yeah, those brakes do not feel good at all. The brakes, to be honest, just to give you an idea, they feel like they're fading. Like I got brake fade, like if you were driving a race car and you're just going into a corner real hot and you're slamming the brakes, all of a sudden it feels like you're just not doing anything. And that's what it feels like. And then as soon as I put my foot all the way into the pedal on this here, it feels like it's coming to a complete stop, like I slammed on the brakes. So I'll have to do a little sensitivity check here. And then I do remember this street in Los Angeles very well. It's very slow and very long with lots of lights that will like to change on you rapidly here. So yeah, there we go. Gonna have to slam it. Oh, that was probably not good. Let's get out and take a look. Oh yeah, we're over the line. We're doing real good right now. Jeez. Hey, these guys don't even want to go because they see me over the line. Is there a cop behind me? No, good. So me right now. Look, this guy can't even turn left because I'm sitting out. I'm barely over the line and they're worried I'm gonna hit somebody. Oh, sorry AI, sorry. Light changed on me too quick, and there's the cop right there that would have seen it. this street. It's 30 miles per hour all the way down, and then in this game, if you're doing anything over 5, they're gonna ticket you, which I guess, I mean, to some degree is accurate. Most cops will let it slide for sure over 5. Some are real jerks about it, which I guess that's something else we could talk about too in the next episode in the experience of mine. But yeah, it looks like we're pulling up to our drop off here. Be on the take a right, and it's gonna actually be on the left, which we're gonna right, and let's look at this. Look at that, it just comes to a stop. Gonna swing wide here so we're not up on the curve, and we would have killed the biker, but it looks like we're clear for now. Pull me here. Yep. One in here. Wait, why does it want me to stop there? Usually it tells me. Alright, hang on. Let's take a look at something. I think I might have a feature turned off. I don't mind parking the trailer, and I think. Oh, yeah, it thinks I'm. Yeah, I don't need that. Gameplay. Show truck limit. Show navigation. Parking difficulty. Say skilled part. Yeah, we'll do random parking. Green probability. We'll do this just because it is California, and I live in California, and it does not rain often. Oh, I shouldn't say that. The last few months it was raining out here pretty good. Not see anything that talks about the trailer drop, other than the one thing. Parking difficulty. Gotta be under there. See if maybe that made the change. Ah, there we go. That was what I needed to change. Alright, so they want us to put the trailer back there on that dock. Got the wheel pretty close here. This is not blind parking. I'll give it a shot the first time. I'm probably already not swinging out enough for this thing. Bear in mind, this is, if I get this to work, it's probably not going to be the straightest, and then we're just going to live with that. Alright, we're cutting the wheel. Come on, come on. This again. Oh no. Oh man, we're gonna Austin Powers this park job. Luckily, they're giving me some leeway here with a little easier parking job. So I don't look too bad on camera, although I'm sure I do. That's we're good. Yep, we're not. Here we go. Get over a little bit more. Straight on back, come on. That should do it. We go. All right, let's set the parking brake. Kill the engine. Get out and take a look. Yeah, we are good. So we are gonna dismount this trailer here. Excellent. All right. We did get that ticket, unfortunately, but that's all right. And our experience goes up to level 2. There we go. All right. I'm talking about. And there's my headquarters that I purchased out in San Diego. I know all about this. Thank you. All right. So we're going to go ahead and add to our skill points here since we just got one. I think the long distance one is the one that we want to add to first so we can make the most money that we can. So I'm going to go ahead and add to that one. Go. All right. Perfect. Got that job done. It looks like we got some more quick jobs here that we can take. All right. Perfect. Different trucks. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I apologize if it's pretty short and for all the stuff going on in the background. We're, like I said, I was getting set up for this. But, yeah, I hope you enjoy the series. I hope that everybody's looking forward to seeing this series. And I will see you out on the next one.